What if the pyramids were never meant to be tombs? What if the pyramids weren't tombs at all? What if they were machines, built with such accuracy and intention that they force us to question everything we think we know about ancient civilization? The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a monument not just to human ingenuity, but to mystery. Over 4,500 years old, weighing nearly 6 million tons, constructed with blocks so perfectly fitted that even modern engineering struggles to explain it. It remains one of humanity's greatest enigmas. Traditional historians argue it was built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, using copper tools and brute labor. But this explanation has never sat well with many researchers, and for good reason. No mummy was ever found inside. No hieroglyphic instructions line the walls, no treasures, no funerary items, nothing that definitively proves it ever served as a tomb. So, if it wasn't a final resting place, what was it? The unmatched precision. The Great Pyramid is made up of approximately 2.3 million stone blocks. Some of them weigh over 80 tons. They were transported, lifted, and placed with such care that their seams are almost invisible. In many areas, the joints are so tight that not even a blade can pass through. Its sides are aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, an accomplishment that would require an astonishing understanding of astronomy and Earth's rotation. The entire structure is leveled to within less than an inch across its massive base, and it was all done without steel tools, without cranes, without computers. The official narrative tells us that simple copper chisels, ropes, and wooden sleds made it possible. But even modern architects and engineers admit, reconstructing it today with all our machines would be a monumental challenge. Such precision points to something more, something intentional, mathematical, perhaps even energetic in nature. Water, levitational theories, and ancient hydraulics. One of the more fascinating theories suggests that water played a crucial role in both the construction and function of the Great Pyramid. Beneath the pyramid lie natural aquifers, underground water reservoirs that still exist today. Some researchers believe these weren't just incidental, they were essential. These theorists propose that the ancient Egyptians may have used water, buoyancy, and pressure in a kind of hydraulic system that helped move the stones into place. Instead of dragging stones across sand, what if the builders used flooded channels and chambers to float them? By precisely controlling water levels, blocking certain passages, and opening others, they could have transported massive blocks with far less effort than we've imagined. Further still, some researchers believe that the pyramid acted as a kind of hydraulic resonator, vibrating through water movement, amplifying natural Earth frequencies. It sounds bizarre until we realize that nature already uses similar principles. Earthquakes, geysers, and even volcanic tremors rely on fluid dynamics and resonance. The ancients may have simply observed nature and replicated its hidden systems. The pyramid as an energy device. Now the theory gets even more radical, but no less intriguing. What if the pyramid wasn't just a structure, but a machine? Look closely at its interior. The Queen's Chamber, the King's Chamber, narrow shafts that align with specific stars. Materials chosen not just for strength, but conductivity. The outer casing was once made of polished white limestone, extremely reflective. The inner chambers were built with granite, which contains high amounts of quartz, a material known for its electromagnetic properties. Even the shape of the pyramid itself has sparked intense curiosity. Its angles and proportions mirror natural harmonic ratios. These alignments, materials, and chambers seem to go beyond burial customs and point instead toward functionality, perhaps even the generation or amplification of energy. Some believe the pyramid functioned like a giant resonator, drawing on the Earth's own vibrational energy and amplifying it. There's even speculation that it could have transmitted wireless power, a theory Tesla himself was fascinated by. Nikola Tesla, who revolutionized the modern world with his understanding of electricity and energy, studied pyramidal forms extensively. He believed that ancient civilizations understood energy in a way we had forgotten, famously saying, "If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of frequency, energy, and vibration." It's as if the pyramid is built precisely to do just that: channel vibration, amplify frequency, and generate energy. Lost knowledge or outside help? If the pyramids were machines, then who designed them? According to ancient Egyptian texts, their civilization didn't invent everything from scratch. They spoke of being guided by gods, beings who came from the sky. Figures like Thoth, Osiris, and Ra were said to bring knowledge, law, science, and architecture. They weren't described as deities in the modern sense, but as powerful teachers. Are these stories simply mythology, or memories encoded in legend? Some proponents of the ancient astronaut theory suggest that these beings were not divine but extraterrestrial, not here to rule but to enlighten. If so, the pyramids may not be monuments to death, but markers of contact, a legacy, a tool. This theory suggests humanity once shared knowledge with something greater, only to lose it in the chaos of time.
A forgotten science, catastrophes, floods, wars, and the relentless passage of time, any or all of these could have erased the knowledge and context behind the Great Pyramid. Civilizations rise, knowledge fades, libraries burn, and oral traditions vanish. Yet, through all of this, the Great Pyramid remains. Not as a decayed ruin, but as a precise, calculated structure, a silent giant that refuses to give up its secrets. It doesn't feel like a tomb. It feels like a message. We often view ancient people through the lens of modern arrogance, assuming they were less advanced simply because they left fewer machines behind. But what if they weren't less evolved, just differently evolved? Perhaps they understood the natural world so deeply that their science looked like magic to us. Geometry, resonance, balance, these were not abstract ideas to them, they were tools. What if they didn't seek to dominate nature, but to harmonize with it? The pyramid's proportions reflect planetary and cosmic truths. Its shape encodes the curvature of Earth, the average distance to the Sun, the value of pi, and the golden ratio. These are not random accidents. They suggest a worldview that saw everything as interconnected: Earth, sky, energy, and structure. This points to a forgotten science, a unified understanding of energy and matter where spirit, art, and engineering were one and the same. It may not have relied on wires or combustion, but on vibration, frequency, and form. And perhaps, in chasing progress, we left something vital behind. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. The pyramid still speaks. The Great Pyramid remains silent, yet it speaks to those who listen. Not with words, but through math, structure, and resonance. It doesn't just challenge our history, it challenges our imagination. What if the pyramid is the last artifact of a lost civilization? Not one that failed, but one that flourished, only to be buried beneath time. We are left with clues: the angles, the materials, the geometry, the absence of bodies. The stories passed down in stone. Each detail whispers the same haunting question. What if we've been looking at it all wrong? And what if the truth isn't lost, just waiting to be remembered? If this fascinates you, stay curious. The truth may be buried in stone, but it's still there, waiting for those brave enough to ask, what if?